So we're here today with Amber. Amber, can you introduce yourself? Just tell us a little bit about who you are and just a little bit of insight on what got you to here today.
So I met Ali at the Tony Robbins course. I'm very much into that idea of personal development and things. So I have a new business starting called Big Dreams Collective, which is basically helping people to find new careers and their passions and their pathways going forward. So that's pretty much what I do. In my day job, that's what I do in my day job too, helping people to get into finding new work environments and things. Was that somebody walking behind you? Oh, that was funny. Yeah, so that's what I do. So.
It happens, part of the home video series, right? So Amber, we're here today to talk about the 100 Stories campaign. I've just got a few questions for you. So to get started, can you share with us what is one mental health tactic that you have used to help you maintain, a general level of wellness?
So probably one of my things that I do, there was something that I learned a few years ago called Mind Apples, which is it's a British thing. So it's basically finding your 5 happiness strategies. So I kind of having those on a list somewhere, either on your fridge or whatever. So writing them down so that when you are having those down days or those days where things aren't going great, that you remember what those things are and you actually go and do them. So it might be going, doing an extra yoga class. I do Bikram through a YouTube video, so something like that. Or it might be that, picking up a book, but just having something written down, because sometimes in that moment when you are down, you can't think of those things, and just having somewhere that that's your regular spot to go to and remember, oh, that's what I like to do. That's it. And removing yourself and doing something with movement usually. So, going for a walk, getting out to nature, I live close to the beach. So going to the beach or for a walk by the river, whatever it might be, but just to try and get out of your own body and get out of your head. So
yeah,
a lot of problems start.
Yeah, brilliant. And it's such a simple but very powerful tactic, actually plan for it when you're doing well and have some of those strategies already kind of like planned out so that then when you can't really think of it, you've got it there as a default.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic.
Right.
So my next question to you is, okay, 2021 has been a big year for a lot. And look, we work in schools and in communities and workplaces, and we're seeing some things right now that is, there's this general loss of hope or increased anxiety because of COVID and all the complications that it's brought. So certainly we're all in different positions and many are still in lockdown right now. But I wanted to make sure that we shared what's a message of hope for those that might need to hear it right now. So if they're in the eye of the storm right this minute, and they may not have had that experience before of this level of adversity happening, what's a message of hope that you can share for them?
I think it's the idea of just live for today. That years ago, when I was about 21, I had a baby very young, and I read it was a Dale Carnegie book, and it was, I can't remember the name of the book now, but there was a poem in there which was talking about keeping your days in just 24-hour time slots, and that you can get through anything if you just focus on today. So it was this lovely poem. It's really old, like from the 1930s or something, but it was so relevant even when I read it 25 years ago, and it's still relevant today. It's just remembering to keep it in that you can only control today. You can't control what happens tomorrow or yesterday, but you absolutely have some control over today. So just kind of stay in that, within that time frame. And
absolutely.
Back to the present.
So. Yeah, fantastic, and definitely needed. Definitely needed. My final question for you today is, look, I'm a huge advocate in mental health education and the prevention of mental illness, right? Mental health issues spiraling down. So why do you believe in prevention? Is prevention important to invest in?
Absolutely. And so I know in my daily practice, having had anxiety at some level for most of my life, I'm a really big person. I don't want to have to go and, take pharmaceuticals. I have done for one time in the past, but because I didn't want to, and I'm very much a natural kind of girl, hippie kind of girl. So what I have had to do was to put the preventative strategies in my life. So things like making sure that I'm eating well, that's a huge one, making sure that I'm getting enough sleep. So putting all of those kind of preventative things in place so that when the rocky ship, you know, comes along, the rough waters or whatever, that I've already got those things in place, so that, you know, hopefully then I'm able to still, you know, cope with the rough waters for a while, you know, and because those things are keeping me going. I was also a Steiner School kindergarten teacher for a long time in my previous life. And one of the things we spoke about, or that, you know, I still live with this to today, is the idea of rhythm. So that you create these rhythms. So it's not set to a time frame, but you set these healthy rhythms for yourself, and just being aware of what's happening in nature and taking the cues from nature. That was a huge, or has been a huge influence on my, you know, creating those strategies too. So.
Yeah, right. That's a fantastic perspective. Some people may not have had that experience before, but it's very much, you know, grounding into you.
Yes, very much so. Very lucky to have had that experience.
Yeah, right. Nature is so important, right? To help us. Just sometimes you just got to take your shoes and frolic in the grass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, brilliant. So if anyone is hearing this right now and they want to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
So I've got a new website starting, which is Amber Greene. So AMBER Green with an E on the end.com. So that'll go, it's actually live now, but it's still in a production phase. And on Instagram, it's Big Dreams Collective. So yeah, you can find me there.
Brilliant. We'll keep dreaming big. I love it. Any final comments, or are you happy with what we've shared so far?
Yeah, happy with what we've shared so far. So thank you. I hope it's useful to somebody. So.
Brilliant. Thank you, Amber, for taking part of the campaign. We look forward to keeping everyone up to date with more stories.
Great.
See you. Bye for now.